In the streets of Jerusalem, young Saul was raised as a Pharisee. As a young man, Saul studied the law zealously under his Pharisaic teacher. He witnessed the death of Stephen, the first martyr of the early church, and approved of his execution. On that day, a great persecution broke out against the church in Jerusalem, scattering its members. Saul began to destroy the church, going from house to house, dragging off both men and women and putting them in prison. Saul then requested letters from the high priest to arrest anyone preaching about Jesus and set off for Damascus. While Saul was on his way, a light from heaven suddenly surrounded him. He fell to the ground, and a voice from heaven said, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" Saul asked, "Who are you, Lord?" The voice replied, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting." When Saul got up from the ground, he was blind and had to be led by hand into Damascus. For 3 days he neither ate nor drank. In Damascus, the Lord appeared in a vision to a disciple named Ananias and told him to find Saul of Tarsus. Ananias, knowing Saul had harmed those who followed Jesus, was hesitant, but he obeyed the Lord's command and laid hands on Saul. Immediately, something like scales fell from Saul's eyes and he could see again. He got up, was baptized by Ananias, and experienced a complete conversion. After regaining his strength, Saul began to preach in the synagogues that Jesus is the Son of God. Even Jesus' disciples feared Saul, but Barnabas explained how Saul had seen the Lord on the road and shared what the Lord had told him, helping others accept him. From then on, Saul, now called Paul, became the first missionary, preaching the gospel to Gentile cities. In these cities, Paul performed miracles, healing the sick and spreading the message of Christ. In Philippi, he cast out an evil spirit from a slave girl, but her owners, who lost their source of income from her fortune-telling, accused Paul and Silas. They were beaten and thrown into prison. Even in prison, Paul and Silas praised and prayed to God with thankful hearts. Paul went on several missionary journeys, wrote letters to churches and believers, and gave encouragement, gratitude, and counsel. Though Paul was eventually arrested in Rome and martyred, he played a key role in spreading the gospel not only to the Jews but to the entire world.
If today's story touched your heart, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed.